Welcome to the next section of this video series on Chapter 5 of our server virtualization course. Um, the series of the videos that are to follow this one are really going to deal with a lot of different aspects of working with virtual machines in Hyper-V. Everything from basic virtual machine functions, selecting ISOs, installing a guest OS, integration services, adding and removing VMs, setting checkpoints, adding virtual hard drives, um, virtual networks, and so on and so forth. Up as far as differential disks, VHD editing, virtual switches, and so forth. So there's kind of a lot going on here. But first, let's start talking about some basic virtual machine functions that you can perform in Hyper-V. So, to start a virtual machine, you can click the start link in the actions pane, or you can choose connect, and then really you'll just get a sort of a dark gray, almost black box with a start button in the middle and the title of the VM. The name of the VM. You click that, and it'll power it up. Otherwise, if you want to interact with the guest OS once it's running, double-click its name, connect it, go into the connection window, activate it there. You can suspend a machine temporarily. Go to Action Pause, or you can use the toolbar option. Now, if you're done with that VM, you can either close it. If you close the connection window, the VM stays up in the background. If you use the turn off button, that'll power off the VM immediately, but at the risk of data loss or file corruption. If you click the shutdown button, that will attempt to tell the guest OS to shut down. Ideally, as with VMware Workstation and VirtualBox, shut it down internally correctly. Do whatever you need to do, close all your files, make sure that everything is hunky-dory, shut it down internally, and that will effectively cause it to power itself off. That's the best way to do this. If you have integrated services installed and you use the OS shutdown button, the OS shutdown service setup, clicking that button will tell the VM to shut down. It will shut it down. It'll shut itself down. It'll power itself off. But this will not work if all your ducks are in a row, and also if the VM itself is not in a condition where it can be shut down gracefully. If it is hung up on something, it probably won't accept this shutdown process. So if it is hung up on something, and you know that is not a problem you can solve, not a problem you care to solve, just hit the power off button. Like using the ACPI power off in VirtualBox, or using the power off button in VMware Workstation. It all works more or less the same way. Now, that's it for basic virtual machine functions. Now we're going to start talking in the next video about ISO images and physical media and things like that. Each of these sections is only 3 or 4 slides long at the most, so these should be pretty quick. Thanks for watching, and I'll be right back.